Okay, so now I'm going to do first grade math, and this is L106, writing time, and specifically quarter past. And so all the first graders have this octopus. So the top part is a spiral review, and they know this, but again, it's been a week, and so I would do a quick review. Okay, so one thing that I actually learned online, which I wish I had been taught this a long time ago because it helps so much. Well, kids, especially at this age, get the hour hand and minute hand mixed up. So this brilliant person online, I wish I remember who it was, said, well, the word hour is short. The word minute is longer. So the hour hand is the short hand and the minute hand is the long hand. And I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. And so ever since I saw someone's video on that, I was like, oh, I'm using it in my classroom. And the kids, like, the moment I write these words up on the board, that instantly clicks on, oh yeah, it's a shorthand, is the hour hand. So anyway, that's kind of, if they need that reminder, that helps. When we write time, the hour hand goes, or the hour is first, 2 dots, 2 digits. And just like writing money with dollars and cents, there's always 2 digits. What helps, I just like to use little tricks to help them remember, okay, there's 2 dots here, there needs to be 2 digits here. So when they do this, they might need that little bit of reminder. Okay, the hour hand, we use the big numbers. For the hour hand is pointed at the 3, so it's going to be 3. And at the beginning of the year, when we were talking about the minute hand or the 12, I say think of it like the starting line. When you're at a race and you're at the starting line, are you running anything? No, so you're at 0. So this 12 for minutes is like a starting line. So how many minutes is it? Well, there's no minutes yet. So we have to have 2 digits, so 0, 0. So that's a little quick reminder. The next part of the worksheet is from the last lesson, draw lines, these links. Quick review, always make sure that they see that difference. They have inches, centimeters, inches, centimeters. It's very important that they look at that because 3 inches is very different from 3 centimeters, so it's very important that they figure out which kind of measurement they're going to need. Remember, tip of the nose to the top of their nose is about 1 inch. So you look here to see if it's about there. Ladybug is 1 centimeter. Make sure the numbers are right side up, especially since we're using clear. Make sure that they're from left to right too. Quick reminder from the last lesson. They make sure they line it up with that first. Oh, I should use inches. So line it up with that first line, not the tip of the ruler, and make sure that they are pressing hard with their ruler hand, making sure that it doesn't move while they're drawing the line. They need to make sure that they can feel the ruler as they're making that line. And this is why it's hard for me to do this when I'm holding the phone at the same time. But this is why they need to hold that ruler tight while they're drawing that line so the ruler doesn't get all wonky. And then I like having that line at the end so that I can see exactly where they ended. One thing I didn't put on the last worksheet video for first grade for math was the reason why I like to have that line in there is because sometimes kids will go, oh, that's about 3 inches, zoop, and then done. But when they have to draw that line, it really makes them think, okay, no, wait a minute, that is 3 inches, not all the way over here. It kind of helps them pay a little bit more attention to how long they're drawing the lines. Okay, now on the back, we're writing the time, and this may look super easy because you may look at it and go, oh, well, that's easy. The minutes is always going to be blah, blah, blah. But we are wanting them to understand quarter past. And so when you look at a clock, okay, you think of it being in quarters, okay? So if I were to draw, it's kind of hard to show. It's a little easier when I'm standing in front of the classroom teaching this to kids. It's weird videotaping this. But anyway, so we think of a clock in quarters. So we draw a line from top to bottom, and from 9 to 3, and we have our quarters. There's a quarter, 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 quarter. Okay, so from here to here is a quarter, right? Here to here is in half. And then here is a quarter till. So we're working on quarter past. So the hour is going to be the same. And remember, the hour hand is the shorthand, okay? And you use those big numbers to help you with the hours. So it's a little past the 2, so what's the hour going to be? It's going to be 2. Good job. Okay. And so with the minutes, and they've heard me do this lesson with the second graders. So a lot of them already know that for minutes, you count by 5s. And remember that 12 is starting at the start of the race. So this would be 0, and then count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. So anytime that minute hand is on that big 3, it's going to be 15. And then once they get that figured out, they can just zoom past the rest of the worksheet. Like, oh, that's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I do like to have different clock faces on the worksheets just because not all clocks look the same. And so you're going to see that these clocks all have kind of like a different design on them, which I want them to get used to that. But the big numbers are the same, and I made sure there were no second hands. I've made some worksheets where there were second hands on there, and that really messed them up, and I didn't even think that through. So I don't do that anymore. But this is to help them practice seeing the time. It's still the same time, even though it's a different design. So once they get that figured out in that pattern, that should be good. So that is first grade math.